FPL fam, what's up? How's it hanging? How's it going? Let's commiserate together. This is -4 points. We're going to be looking this week at my last week on game week 5, where I didn't quite hit the points I would have liked. We're going to be looking at my watch list for the future, and we're going to be looking at my team for game week 6. So let's get started by looking at last week's slightly disappointing score. This is how I did last week in game week 5. 57 points, not too bad, but not great. Overall rank did drop, did get a red arrow, but I'm in a good place overall. I think looking at my team from last week, this is the problem when you have Ronaldo and Lukaku. You are going to have weeks like this when you slightly suffer if they don't both fire. I don't think it'll happen often, but this week Lukaku with 2. I mean, Chelsea won 3-0 and Lukaku wasn't involved in any of the goals. I think that's rare. I don't think that's going to happen a lot. But yeah, Ronaldo and Lukaku both didn't get me big numbers, and Trent didn't play. So with this formation I'm playing, I really want Trent, Salah, Ronaldo and Lukaku to be playing every week and to be getting some kind of big numbers between them. Whereas last week it was only really Salah that delivered. And also Torres didn't play, so I think you've got to be getting rid of Torres now. I think it was worth getting Torres in the first place. Back then when I played the wildcard, I got Torres because it seemed like he was going to be the regular number 9 for Man City. But Pep Roulette strikes again. No one is guaranteed a place. Ederson could be playing up front next week. You don't know. So I think I've got to be looking to get Torres out soon. I think other people have got to be thinking Jota and Torres always were minutes risks. And with Torres now not being nailed on, with Firmino coming back, that's going to risk Jota's minutes. I just think that didn't help me. I think Jota and Gray both didn't deliver. So with this formation, I'm hoping that Salah is my big midfielder and the rest are cheap midfielders who are in form, and none of them delivered last week. So that's another reason why the score wasn't great. In defence, I was happy with Christensen and Tierney. Williams, he'll either be getting sold to be upgraded now, because that was his game. I mean, I was saying last week, if Williams doesn't deliver this week, he's never going to deliver. So he might be getting moved on if I can upgrade him to a more expensive defender, or he can stay on the bench as the third choice defender, because Livramento is an excellent option off the bench. Once again, Livramento came in off the bench and came in with a good score. So team's not looking that bad. I am looking to move on Torres, I think, this week. So let's take a look at who's on my watch list for possible replacements for Torres, and also people that I'm thinking of getting in future weeks. This is my watch list. These are the players who are in my mind for the future. Alonso definitely one. He is, I want 3 Chelsea players ideally by game week 7. So I've already got Lukaku, I've already got Christensen. I'm thinking Alonso or Rudiger or Reece James. At the moment, Alonso is edging it, but I just think Chilwell will come back at some point, surely. I just don't know when. I think Alonso's not got that much better, and Chilwell's not got that much worse over pre-season. I did hear Tuchel talking about how Chilwell was demoralised a little bit after the Euros, how he didn't play any minutes for England. And I think that's why Alonso started the season, because he was in a better frame of mind. And then he's played well, so Alonso's kind of kept that position. But I think long-term, I still don't know yet. I'm giving it an extra week. I'm giving it this Man City game and the Juventus Champions League game just to see what Chelsea do. If it's Alonso, Rudiger, Reece James, who's looking most likely, if Kovacic is looking like a real attacking threat. And I'm just playing it by ear. But at the moment, it does look like Alonso, because you can always downgrade from Alonso. So you could go Alonso, and then when he does get dropped, you could then put Chilwell in, or you could put Reece James in if he starts playing regularly. Rafinha is another one. He's a fitness doubt for this week, so I'm glad I don't have Rafinha now, but I am aware that Leeds do have good fixtures. I'm just still not certain on Leeds. Last week, I was worried I didn't have any Leeds players. They had Newcastle, and I was worried I didn't have any of their players, but they drew 1-1, and I was thinking, this is backing up my theory that Leeds' attack is not as potent this season. But still, if they do get some form, Rafinha for the future is someone I'm definitely looking at. And Gallagher too. I think last week Gallagher against Liverpool wasn't a fair test on him. He's not going to play a team as good as Liverpool every week. So I'm keeping an eye on Gallagher because he's made a good start to the season. If he can keep picking up the points, he could be a very good option at that price. And the same with Dennis. With my formation, I'm playing Lukaku and Ronaldo, and then a cheap striker. Dennis at that price, if you can afford and find the money just to upgrade your third cheap striker to Dennis, he doesn't have to play every game. But then say they've got an easy game, say they've got someone like Norwich or Leeds or Newcastle, then you can play him, then you can take out a midfielder and you can bring Dennis. So I'd like to have that versatility in my team. So Dennis is definitely someone I'd if I had an extra transfer this week, I'd like to bring in Dennis, but for the moment, I'm just holding off Dennis and just hoping I can afford in a future game week when I don't have as many transfers to do Dennis that week. And the same with Ramsdale. If I could get Ramsdale in now, I would. I'm just doing another transfer this week. And goalies are so hard to upgrade because you always want to upgrade somewhere else on your team. Goalies are so rare. That's why I went for the Brighton keeper, because over the season, Brighton are usually going to be okay, and I can rarely afford to upgrade my keeper. But Ramsdale at 4.5 is an excellent option. I've got Tierney from the Arsenal defence, and I do think that there could be an argument to made to take Tierney out and then have those Arsenal defence points by having Ramsdale in goal. That way you're making a bit of money, because then with Tierney you can downgrade him to someone cheaper. So that's an option in the future that I'm thinking about. We'll see how it goes. This is my watch list. The one player who's not on the watch list is the player I put in my team this week. So let's look at my team for game week 6. This is my team for game week 6. I've done one transfer this week. My squad value is looking good, 99.9 million, 1.7 in the bank. So next week I'm looking to do an upgrade. I'm looking to use that 1.7 million somewhere to upgrade. But for now I'm doing the one transfer. I've made that money by taking Torres out and bringing in Sarr. I just think Sarr is an excellent player. I've been keeping an eye on him all season and thinking he's an excellent player, but when's he going to get those points? When's he going to have that breakthrough? When's he going to get a bit more confident in front of goal? And with his 2 goals at the weekend and 2 nice fixtures, Newcastle at home and then Leeds, who aren't the best defensively, I just think Sarr has 2 nice fixtures coming up. He's in form now. I think I had to go for Sarr, and Torres was an easy one to take out. So I've made money by doing that, and I will upgrade that next week. Sanchez is staying in goal. In defence, Livramento is actually going to be starting this week. He has been coming off the bench in the last 2 weeks and giving good scores. And with Christensen playing Man City, I'm just taking Christensen out and playing Livramento, who has Wolves, who it's as good of a fixture. So Trent, Livramento and Tierney at the back, fairly happy with that. Tottenham were hurt by Chelsea down the left a lot. They didn't look solid. They didn't look potent in front of goal. And Chelsea, Alonso did destroy them down the left. So I'm hoping Tierney does the same for my team. I think he could hurt them down the left. He could bomb forward a lot and could even possibly keep a clean sheet. So that's my defence. I'm sticking with Salah and Jota from Liverpool in midfield. Allen's coming off the bench. So basically, because of the transfer I've done, I need to play someone like Allen. I need to play a bench player. I need to bring in someone who's cheap and is usually a bench player. And because Allen has Norwich at home, I'm just hoping, worst case scenario should maybe be 3 points if he keeps the clean sheet. And as it's Norwich, maybe he gets forward a little bit. Maybe he makes an assist. Hopefully they score a lot of goals. That's why I've got Gray as well. Gray's staying in there. I was even tempted to captain Gray, but I just thought it is Gray and he's still a little bit hit and miss. So I'm sticking with Ronaldo for the captaincy, sticking with a more certain option. Ronaldo and Lukaku up front. Not expecting as much from Lukaku. Maybe he can get a goal. But Ronaldo, I am hoping for. Villa at home. He's confident. He seems to be scoring every game so far. If that continues, that's why he's my captain this week. I also thought about Salah. I've seen a lot of people captaining Salah this week. I just think Brentford have been quite good defensively, and I just don't know. I mean, Liverpool have a tricky Champions League game as well. I see a scenario where Liverpool possibly are winning by a few goals and then Salah could get taken off to rest him for the Champions League. I just don't know. I just feel more confident about Ronaldo at home as well. It was very close between Salah and Ronaldo, but Ronaldo having the home fixture edges it. And on the bench, Christensen, Williams and Gelhardt. So the bench is staying as it is. That's how my team's looking. My tactics are possibly next week to take Williams out and upgrade him to a Chelsea defender, so I play 4-4-2, or possibly upgrade Allen to a different midfielder. We'll see how Gallagher does this week. We'll see how the Leeds assets do this week. But that's my team for game week 6. Good luck with your game week 6. Help a brother out, like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you next week.